think the reason why in the medium that you see it handled the way it is, because a lot of folks will put a mobile home on the site as they build their permanent home. You understand? And I think that's what you had a lot of going on here in the market.
That should be temporary. They should allow you to do that while you build your permanent structure.
But when you come in, and you come into the community, you're trying to get established, you get a mobile home, you buy a lot, you get a mobile home, you put it on it. Okay? You understand? Because that's the lot you can leave your house up sometimes.
I'm afraid that might never go away.
Yeah. Leave it there.
You got to put a time limit on it if you want to do that, in my opinion.
Okay.
And then the second thing is, I mean, you know, I have no problem with an improved mobile home subdivision, but it seems to me that there should be limited locations where they're appropriate. But anything that's there stays. But where do you want it 10 years from now, 15 years?
Why don't y'all give us your thoughts on that so we can, you know.
And you don't have to give it to me tonight. I'm going to be thinking about it. I'm throwing it out there. This is what we want Monty to look like when we move forward.
I think Gary, no, I was just highlighting that he wants to be
Some direction.
some direction.
Okay, so if you got some thoughts, let us know. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I agree that it should be limited if someone were to buy a plot of land and then, you know, put a trailer on it. Yeah, you know, if they're building their house, you know, but after their house is completed, you know, the trailer shouldn't stay. I mean, and as far as, you know, around this area, the trailers, you know, if we're in Collier County, you know, where's the code enforcement, you know, to you know, do something about these mobile homes? I mean, it's really, you know, I think that's really hurting Immokalee too. If you stray out off any of these main roads, it's.
I see a lot of heads bobbing in the back, so I think we need to make sure there's some sort of time.
We're going to talk about it.
All right.
Okay. And I had, there's one more policy, but I wanted to make sure I didn't have anything else that was, oh, Fred. On the retail power center, page 32 of 38, it's also highlighted. Now, let me start out by saying I fully understand exactly your explanation of what the benefit is.
Hold on. Wait a minute. He jumped into objective 6.
Oh, we're not there yet. Yeah, you're right.
He jumped into objective 6. Talk about objective 6 first.
Okay, let me get there. Yeah, sorry. Okay, objective 6 is to establish development design standards that are appropriate for Immokalee, reflect the unique character and cultural diversity of the residents, and encourage pedestrian-friendly urban form. And that's really related to design. And I think that the retail power center, you know, kind of was intended to help further the life of the downtown area.
Describe a retail power center for people.
Well, a retail power center, and I probably may not get this exactly right, there's a specific definition, but you've got to think of something that has what some people call large box or big box storage and small box storage, meaning something like, it could include like a Circuit City or a Best Buy, it could include a Super Walmart, but
Would you call that a power center on the corner of 82 and not Daniel's, Colonial?
Yep.
That's probably, you know what we're talking about?
Might have a Home Depot or a Lowe's.
That's a power center, so people.
We're talking about something that's a regional attractor. You don't have one of these in every neighborhood. There's certain demographics and certain geographics, and it's all part of the decision making as to whether to invest in building one. And no one's going to build one until those demographics are here for them. They're not just going to build one and say, hey, maybe they'll come. They're going to build it when the time is right. When is the time right? Well, we don't know. Exactly. There's Ave Maria. There's the future Serenoa, there's the Excite, so when those things, when the market turns around, and, you know, then we're going to have an opportunity. But we're planning now for down the road. I think it's a good location. Couple of questions. Some things have changed because we have new ownership there.
Okay, let me tell you what was the plan. When U.S. Homes had it, the north square mile, the northeast square mile, just below Stockade Road where the power line, the power stations are, there's a square mile, section 16. They were going to develop a town center there because it was within the urban area, okay? When Baron Collier brought it, they're talking about making that a sending area because they can hook it to the 55 acres they own up there where you go around Ayala. Is that Ayala's house? What's that house we call it, the trucker? Ayala's house. And hook it to the land across Bethune all the way over to Fish Creek. Those have become all sending areas.
And Zawala.
And Zawala, I'm sorry, and Zawala. Yeah, and Zawala. But they're going to make that all sending area under the rural lands program. because you can hook sending area from outside the urban area to inside the urban area around. That way it would never be developed. And down at the new corner of 846 and Camp Keys Road, in that northwest quadrant, they're going to put a power center. And that's the power center I've been worried about.
Now, let me ask you, can I ask this, do you know for sure and certain that they're going to power center, or is this Greg Thomas's dream?
No. This is what they have said.
Why are we encouraging that? We were looking toward the urban area. That's out in rural lands anyway.
I agree with you, sweetheart. I agree with you.
So, no, well, the question is...
No, let me go back. Let me tell you where we are. I met with the folks, and we were talking about these issues, okay? They're going to use that urban area for sending area. Because if they were going to develop, here's what my problem was, folks. If they were going to build the power center up in the urban area, in that section 16, then I need to have them slow down, or either rush the Indians up, because that would kill my downtown Main Street without anybody getting people ready to do tourist development down Main Street. You understand what I'm saying? So now, they're going to do it down there and use that sending area. They already stopped talking about the sending area. If that happens, you know, when that happens, and they haven't got on the front burner, because they got to use the Rural Lands Program, which is a long process. The same process it took to do Rural Auburn Maria, they would have to do down there. Okay? And that's going to have an impact on downtown, you understand? And that's why we're hoping the Indians have their high rise up, and we can have everybody become a tourist destination, tourist stores, tourist attracting stores all on Main Street.
But do we want to try to...
What is your question?
My question is, do we want to try to create some broader language that talks about encouraging or addressing a location for commercial uses such as a power center in ways that do not detract from, but enhance or improve, or say maybe just don't detract from? Because the problem is you're not going to get that on Main Street. It's not going to happen. You can't aggregate the land. It's not going to happen. It's going to happen where the land's cheap and it's big enough that it can be
But
designed.
why are we being so specific?
And
I don't want to be specific.
Well, and he's saying why it occurred that way at that time, but that doesn't exist anymore, so I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
So we don't need to be so specific.
That's going to be sending area. We can make it more flexible, but where will we put? Ask yourselves a question, folks. In the Immokalee urban area, wait a minute, in the Immokalee urban area, which does not go as far as Itis, okay, and it goes down 1 mile below Stockade Road, goes out to the lake, and goes out to 846, goes out east 846, where would you put a power center?
It's going to occur somewhere between Serrano and Alpha Creek. Okay, so that's...
We know that's going to happen. But outside of that, where else would you put a power center? I'll tell you what other locations that jump up in my mind. State Road 82 and 29, under the Rural Lands Program. That jumps right up out of my mind.
Well, then you get the Lee County traffic more so there, too.
And not only Lee County, Henry County traffic will come to that location.
So
Another
I think we gotta make
hold on.
We gotta make it more flexible, that's period.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
No, I got it. That helps. That's very helpful.
Okay. Any other thoughts?
I think we had one more, policy that we didn't go over that's sort of a...
Wait a minute. I don't see anything else in there. Now we're up to 7.
Yeah.
Let's talk about 7.
And 7 is an opportunity, well, it says, pursue effective interlocal and intergovernmental coordination. And this is where we can talk about the independent districts and the county and other government and quasi-governmental agencies and how they're going to coordinate. And also, I think you can put in some time certain specifics and some tasks that you expect those folks to accomplish.
And we want people to be able to do business with the county in Immokalee. The development services thing in Immokalee.
We want the county offices over here. The government center used to be here, but they slowly taking it back to Naples.
Yeah, I remember when we used to come out by the Blockers, we had a little office in Blockers on that, out, I'm trying to think it was...
We want to bring you back out.
We want to bring it back. In order to encourage development out here and facilitate
So you want a satellite facility for
we
development,
need somebody out here who can make decisions.
Right.
re-establish.
And make that an efficient one. You establish an efficient one.
What was the guy's name that worked here?
Any other thoughts? We got to the last one. Okay, any other thoughts?